Hello and welcome back to another fabulous speed build here on my channel where we're going to be renovating the caboose, which is a hilarious name that Exurban Sims or Jennifer pointed out, or Jen, I don't know why I call her Jennifer, that's kind of weird, but Jen pointed out, which I find hilarious. I highly recommend you guys go check her out and stuff. But today we're going to be talking about this. We're going to talk about the world of Evergreen Harbor, and we're also going to talk about some real issues going on in the world right now that you guys could possibly help with some of the links and stuff I'm leaving down below. And yeah, also basically where you guys can see the next few weeks of this channel going and types of things like that. So those are all things that we're going to try to cover in the 9 minutes that I have to talk to you today in my TED Talk. So here we go. Let's get started. Let's start with the most prominent and most helpful and obvious thing you guys could be doing, and that is for the Black Lives Matter movement is still very much a huge thing in the world right now. And a lot of people think we did a few protests, we can move on, it's over, like we have done in the past, and that is just not the case anymore. Lots of people, and I think deservedly so, are not going to sit around and just say, no, that's it, we're done. You need to continue sharing petitions, you need to keep signing them, you need to keep changing the world so we can live in a better world. And for you to help with that, I am going to say, link down below, is there's a whole bunch of different things you guys can do to help with that very much alone. I have left several different things. I have a card, I have a couple of different places you can donate, a few different stories that you should probably listen or read. I do want to mention, if you're younger, some of these stories can be very hard to read and possibly not really appropriate for you to read. But just know that this is what's happening out in the world, and I'm trying to figure out what the proper age is for people to figure out, to learn about it. You're not going to be learning about it in school, because I'm pretty sure a lot of school, just from going to school, really skips over these things. Racism to schools is just not a thing. Even though it's very happening much in school and things. And I don't really want to touch on that subject, as I am not a person of color. I am not black. And I do not believe, since I am white, I can only issue the things that I know. And I'm currently learning more and more. And I highly recommend you guys do as well. And there's a few different places. I'm going to link 2 or 3 books down below, if I remember. And the few videos going forward of different things to help educate yourself in case you want to educate yourself more, which I highly recommend you do. But that's enough of that. Not that I will continue talking about it for a very long time, just to be aware. But for right now, this is it for that conversation. Let's move on to some other things. So let's talk about the world of Evergreen Harbor. In my video that I posted a few days ago, I said Evergreen Harbor for the title snapped. And honestly, I quite agree. They do have some mishaps here and there, and we're going to talk about them as we come to them. This building being one of them. I understand that there is a regulation policy that is put on the people who create these buildings, but also, what does that mean for the one building that has like 96,000 items? Is there not a regulation for that? I want to know the codes. I want to talk to the gurus. These are things I would ask. Questions that deserve to be answers that we can't ask right now. We can ask on Twitter, but does not mean they have to answer them. And so I gave it a little sprucing. Also, it originally was a bar, which I find hilarious because the name is Caboose and it's a bar. But I have changed it into a old railroad station slash diner type of thing. I don't really know. It's just know it's a restaurant. I thought a restaurant fitted the place much better. The place is it's huge, and you just don't want your bar to be this big. I'm sure there's bars out there in the game that are this big, and I could see there being too much room with them. And so I tried my hardest to not do that. I personally wanted to try and make a bar, or in this case, a restaurant that uses up all of its space, and it feels very homey and things, and so hopefully I accomplished that. You can let me know in the comments down below. But yeah, we did the bathroom first. I do use several packs here. It's for my flyaway save. Is the reason why I renovate these worlds, why I'm excited to renovate these worlds and things. And so that save uses all the packs. And so I don't regulate myself there. But if you guys would want to see a renovation or so with just this pack, or more videos with singular packs or whatever it might be, please let me know in the comments down below, as I do not care to make those type of builds. I actually have a build for Magic Treehouse. I want to build their home for Magic Treehouse. It's a book series. I did Fancy Nancy not that long ago, and now I want to do Magic Treehouse. And that one I can regulate into like certain packs or whatever. So, you know, type of thing. That's a video that would be coming. So what is coming on the channel? What can you expect? This is where I realized that this is just pointless. There's so much space. It's like it deserves to be like a restaurant. But what can you expect on the channel? that is like the question of the day, and I can tell you that the LP is planning on going up 3 times a week, and we're gonna have 2 builds to accompany that LP. I wanted to do the Let's Play. I want it to be very significant on my channel, and so the plan is tomorrow to upload it. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday are LP days, and then Monday, and then we have Tuesdays and Thursdays, which are build days, except for this week. Is this week the 16th? Whatever the 16th is, that's a build day. I have like a collab that's coming up with another YouTuber here, and so that's the date that we chose beforehand, before I decide all this. So it's going to go on that one. But overall, I'm actually quite excited, to be honest with you, to have a much more precise schedule, so I know exactly, oh, I need 2 builds this week, I need 3 Let's Play parts. You know, they're going to be very simple, at least for the time being, until we have like great movement towards the ending of this Let's Play, and then we can start thinking about a different. But also, I want to mention that currently, and for a long time coming, we're going to be playing The Last of Us quite a bit. I want to get at least a part out a day, and those are evening parts. They don't come out until the evening. That is an adult game that I do play here on the channel, as you guys have voted on Twitter, which I had mentioned in the first part. We're going on part 5, and a lot of you guys do enjoy that series. But it's, once again, like I mentioned before, it's mostly just for me personally, as it's a series, it's my favorite video game of all time, and I really personally just wanted a full reaction to the game and things, and so we're planning on playing that one, and we're going to play the second one, which will probably have like 30 to 40 parts, is my assumption. So, and that one's going to be much longer of a video game. But those should be coming out daily, and that includes, I'm going to try to get the second game out daily as well. We will obviously have to wait and see here, but yeah. I really liked how the place turned out, by the way. I'm really excited to take my Sims here. I am blessed with a game that doesn't technically, knock on wood, doesn't actually have really broken dying areas. I know a lot of people dying out it's quite broken with, and like, I'm very sorry for that, but I've been blessed with a game that doesn't really have the brokenness that is dying out, which I feel very happy about, because I would be very annoyed if it didn't work. Sometimes it takes a long time, but 90% of the time, it works out really nicely, and yeah. So I'm quite happy with it. I did try to use some eco lifestyle items, as this is what the world is, and so you'll see that around the buildings and stuff. There's trash cans and stuff. The last little bit will be the landscaping is the last little bit. By the way, we're about to jump in here. But also, I wanted to do it after an old train station. I had no idea the original point of the build was an old train station. I really like the fact that it's an old train station. And so that's something that I did. I incorporated even further. I did a little bit of research into old train stations before building this lot, and I figured out what they look like. And I kind of vamped it up, but also, like, I think it's nice to have, like, a vegan restaurant through an old train station, as this is what I would expect the caboose to be, is vegan, just in the way of our world that we're currently playing with in my Let's Play. That's where I think we would go next, would have a vegan restaurant in the place that we live, as we keep building the world to a better eco-environment. Now, to be honest with you, I didn't actually look and see if the items that I'm using, if they were eco-friendly or not. I should have. That's my fault. I'm very sorry about that. Hopefully they are. And yeah, so that's the hope. I can't promise, though. But the video is coming short to the end. I do want to mention just very quickly again, I highly recommend you guys to educate yourself more if you feel like you should. Everybody, I think anybody and everybody can be educated even further than what they already are. And those resources and stuff, like I said, are linked down below in this video description. I'm trying to add more and more every single day instead of just that one single card. So there's so many different places you guys can find. And so when somebody says, oh, you know, when you're like to a friend, oh, I didn't know where to go, you did. I showed you. You know, there is no excuse there. You know, yeah. Not to call anybody out. I'm calling myself out as well, as I need to continue to sign more positions. I need to continue to retweet things, and I'm going to continue that stuff on Twitter. But guys, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a big fat thumbs up. Don't forget to comment down below. I really enjoyed renovating this. In the next few renovations I should be doing on streaming. I just did not feel like streaming today. It just wasn't one of those days. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, please give me a big fat thumbs up. Don't forget to comment down below. Hit subscribe, and I'll see you all next time for another beautiful video. Thank you for watching. And yeah, the video's not over yet. Ugh, I hate when I end it too fast. And bye.